It's a story that Frank Spotnitz and I came up with about 5 years ago now, and so it's a story that we've been thinking about, but when we had to really think about putting it down on paper, we had to actually change it in ways that we hadn't anticipated, and so it was a process where we've been thinking about this, but we didn't exactly know what story we were going to be telling until about, I'd say, April.
We waited longer than we intended to because outside things kept us from making the movie sooner. The studio wanted to make it really before the show ended. They came to us to make another one. But having waited now, it's nice to feel all this affection for the show after 6 years, and nice to be coming back.
It feels good. It feels a little odd. It feels familiar and strange at the same time. I think it was something that we've all been really excited about doing again, and now we're kind of in the midst of that. And on the one hand, we don't really know what's hit us because it's been quite a grueling schedule, particularly for the crew. But on the other hand, we're having a good time, and it's nice to be back with them again.
Well, these are things that we're not really talking about, but he is, time has continued to pass for these characters as it has for all of us. So we last saw them in 2002, and now we see them in 2007. And so 5 years worth of things have happened. So it's not just picking up where the show left off.
Yeah, the film absolutely takes the passage of time into account. It absolutely is dealing with Mulder and Scully 6 years after the show ended and where they are in their lives. And that was one of the things that was interesting about writing it, was not just thinking about where the characters have been and where they would be now, but also where Chris and I are and how we've changed in the past 6 years and what we think about life. And that's the wonderful thing about the X-Files, is that it's really fun, scary storytelling, but it's also about something. And it's an opportunity to sort of explore what matters to us as writers.
I think that's really important, actually, that we're not creating people that have moved on so much that they're unrecognizable. That there's something that worked in the series and that people rely on, and I think the writers have done a really good job of finding that balance between their older versions and aspects of that are just ingrained in their personalities.
I think we felt a need to address their characters and their lives as real people, and I think we have done that. We didn't feel like this story would benefit from dealing with the alien conspiracy and all that stuff, which, if there are more films, I have no doubt that will be a part of them. But for this film, we wanted to tell a more personal story, a scary story that really would be freed from having to service all that. Because by the end of 9 years, it was very complicated. There's an awful lot. Even to just reopen that as a topic would require a lot of explanation.
We're a little bit more than halfway finished. We're probably 2/3 of the way through now. It's going well. It's been hard. We've been on the run. It's not like when you make a TV series, you're always running hard and you have too little time. It's not any different than the movie experience for me. You're running hard to make your days, to get your work done, to make it as good as you can.
It can be tiring. We work a lot of nights, a lot of waking up at 3:30 in the morning in your trailer and having to go sprint. It's not really good for the muscles, but, there are a lot harder jobs out there, and it's fun to work with Chris and Gillian again.
No, it's actually mostly David that's got the action in this one, so I'm perpetually feeling guilty about that, but he does it very well. He does it better than I do. I'm all creaky now. I'm an old woman.